I'm Janai. No, I'm not doing this.
Wait, Janai.
No, look, I can't stand over there and talk like my record is not 0-2. It really irritates me. So I'm not going to be here for the lights, for the cameras. I'm here to win. And that's what's gonna happen tonight.
To Women's Wrestling Army, Alyssa Marino alongside Lenny Leonard.
This match is set for one fall, the 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, competing out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Maserati.
Maserati brimming with attitude and not afraid to show it to the audience here in attendance at Women's Wrestling Army here in Chicago. Maserati has to contend here at Women's Wrestling Army with the Little Blue Dragon, Tootie Lynn Ramsey.
Her opponent, competing out of St. Louis, Missouri, Tootie Lynn Ramsey.
Tootie Lynn Ramsey, a competitor trained out of Team Ambition by Davey Richards. An incredible fighting spirit that she brings to the ring each and every single time. And we're going to see how she can bring it to Maserati here at Women's Wrestling Army.
Yeah, we got the extensive martial arts background of Tootie Lynn Ramsey against the street smarts and street guile, let's say, of Maserati.
That's putting it gently.
And you can see as Maserati continues to jaw with the crowd, Tootie Lynn Ramsey anxious to get things underway. Maserati does not seem as anxious to get things started.
Definitely speaks to the overall style and the focus of Tootie Lynn Ramsey has not taken her eyes off Maserati. Maserati more concerned with haranguing the crowd here in Chicago. I mean, if there's one thing you don't want to do, it's try and prove to a martial artist that you can be a martial artist too.
Yeah, don't try to outkick the black belt. It's not going to end well for you.
Never a great idea.
No, an unsound strategy.
But Maserati usually can let her attitude run away with her. Now takes lariat from Tootie Lynn. Maserati taking herself out to ringside. But Tootie Lynn willing to meet her there, up on the apron. Looking to tee off, but caught by Maserati.
Glancing blow on that penalty kick attempt, and Maserati able to block.
Oh, Maserati clobbering the spine of Tootie Lynn. And again, Maserati almost putting more of her efforts on the crowd than her opponent.
Yeah, I know she does. Maserati tend to thrive on the negativity of the crowd, but you can't get caught up in that.
Or else this is gonna happen.
But
No,
then,
come on.
you always go to the eyes. You got the great equalizer.
Maserati with the defeat to Tootie Lynn. Tootie Lynn reeling in the corner. Oh, but takes a back elbow as she barrels into her opponent. And a big boot from Tootie Lynn.
Well, one thing I know that Tootie Lynn will have learned is she goes for the armbar. Fujiwara armbar right in the middle here.
Maserati, agony etched all over her face, but gosh, smack dab in the center of the ring.
I don't think Maserati realizes how close her foot may have been to the bottom rope. Now rolls through and gets underneath the ropes.
Oh, but takes Tootie Lynn with her.
Dangerous position here.
Ooh. Shoulder of Tootie Lynn.
Well, Maserati willing to take that nasty spill to the floor to inflict more punishment onto Tootie Lynn Ramsey. That just shows you what Maserati is willing to do to try to pick up a win and injure or hurt or incapacitate her opponent.
Gosh, and now Maserati using every inch of the ring to do some damage. You're absolutely right about that. A sacrifice maneuver from Maserati. Really was willing to do anything it takes. I don't think Maserati takes too kindly to being reprimanded by our official. Tootie Lynn, though, firing back with some strikes to the midsection.
Yeah, not a ton on those strikes, and Maserati able to absorb them and club down on the back of Ramsey. And now just trying to punish Tootie here.
Wrenching back on the neck of Tootie Lynn, that Dragon Sleeper.
Didn't quite have it hooked till now.
Tootie Lynn, though, oh, jeez. Takes an open palm strike to the midsection from Maserati. Maserati hooking the leg, open the shoulder was up. There we go, the positioning. Had to check to make sure the shoulders were down, but Maserati opting once more.
Yeah, a bit of a lax cover there initially.
Not quite for Maserati.
And Ramsey showing that heart.
That indomitable spirit.
Yeah, well, she's got that, not just the extensive martial arts training, but when you learn under a Davey Richards, he's a guy whose motto for years was never quit, never give up, never surrender. As one half of the American Wolves, one of the greatest tag teams in the last couple of decades here in the U.S., and then an incredible singles career as well. And you can see the teaching that he's passed on to Ramsey, who gets a near fall right there.
But Maserati now laying in with a forearm strike. Tootie Lynn returns. Another straight to the jaw of Tootie Lynn. Fighting spirit on display, but Maserati with the eye rake. Once more, just no depth she's not willing to sink to. Suplex takes Tootie Lynn.
Ramsey felt that one, a guttural shriek. There's another near fall for Maserati, who's got things going her way here, but Ramsey's got the fans behind her.
You can see Tootie Lynn Ramsey still fighting in this matchup, but definitely much less tough than she first started. Jaw jacked is Maserati. Laid out the clothesline from Tootie Lynn, the back elbow to follow through. Maserati catches the move. It's a Gary from Tootie Lynn Ramsey.
Desperation and Zakiri. As Maserati reeling, can Tootie Lynn Ramsey capitalize here?
Tootie Lynn, ooh, thudding strike to the chest. Oh, but Maserati able to duck, but unable to dodge that back kick. The hook of the leg, Tootie Lynn, but Maserati kicks out. Now Maserati
caught though, cross arm breaker. Maserati's in trouble here, submission predicament.
Is Maserati gonna tap out? The female with attitude, incredible awareness, reaching out for the ropes, able to break that hold. Usually a noble competitor, but the frustration really mounting for Tootie Lynn Ramsey, who held on almost to the 5 count before releasing her hold.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta fight fire with fire. And, you know, as much as I respect and admire her teacher, Davey Richards, as a skilled tactician and a practitioner of the art of professional wrestling, he was never one to be afraid to not, you know, take a shortcut when you needed it.
Absolutely right. Do what you got to do. That spin kick from Maserati. Now the pump
They don't ask how, they ask how many.
Absolutely right. Another high kick from Tootie Lynn Ramsey.
Again, Maserati continues to go to the midsection
But
very effectively.
Driving the face of Tootie Lynn into the knee. A cover, exhaustion on the face of Maserati. Tootie Lynn kicks out.
Maserati clearly getting very, very frustrated, to put it mildly. Let's call it what it is, a temper tantrum.
Yeah, certainly Maserati wants things to go her way. Frustration very physically shown in the entire body of the female with attitude. Now Maserati positioning herself to foot between the shoulders of Tootie Lynn. Tootie Lynn, nowhere to go. Absolute agony, but now Tootie Lynn on her feet, able to get the shoulders of Maserati down. Maserati ducks and rolls up.
Oh, she got the tights!
Come on! And Maserati with the win. What did you say? It's not how, it's how many?
They don't ask how, they ask how many. Highway robbery by Maserati, stealing one from a very game and super tough Tootie Lynn Ramsey.
Tootie Lynn with an honest fight. And Maserati, it may not have been pretty, but it was effective. A handful of tights secures victory for Maserati here at Women's Wrestling Army.
Tonight, I get to face this little girl named Cosmic. She's real cute. She's got the glitter, she's got the star in her hair, but you know what? I'm gonna make sure she has some stars in her eyes after I hit her with this unicutter. Cause ain't no way I am gonna let a green girl get a win over me.
This match is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, competing out of New York City, Cosmic!
Lenny, you know what we talk about, the incredible partnership that Women's Wrestling Army has with other promotions. It's all about giving opportunities to up-and-coming talent, to talent from all over. We're seeing Cosmic here representing Battle Club Pro in her Women's Wrestling Army debut.
Pretty clear the fans here have an understanding as to who this young woman is. Making waves on the East Coast in Battle Club Pro. Gonna have her hands full though with a Chicago native.
Her opponent competing out of Chicago, Illinois, Laynie Luck!
You know, Cosmic may say a lot about how she's everyone's favorite, but I think it's hard to argue with the crowd. Because, I mean, Laynie Luck, the two-term party unicorn, just brings such an incredible energy to the ring.
Who doesn't love a party unicorn?
I certainly do.
I still don't know what two-turn means. I keep waiting for you to clue me in.
I think Laney.
Laney's here to have a good time, here to have some fun. Trying to pick up a win, though. She's had some struggles, has Laney here in her early WWA appearances, and definitely looking to pick up a win here, and definitely has the crowd behind her.
Certainly, if Laynie Luck can really capture the energy of the crowd here in Chicago and use it for her benefit, strong lockup between these two competitors.
And Laney's looked great in her couple of appearances here in WWA. Had a great showing back at Journey Begins, and then was part of that three-way matchup at Forbidden Door with Warrior Wrestling. You talk about partnerships with WWA and other groups. Warrior Wrestling here in Chicago at part of the Forbidden Door weekend here a little while back, along with Deonna Purrazzo and Tasha Steele. So needs to get on the winning track, though. At the end of the day, it's about wins and losses. Laynie needs to pick up a win, and Cosmic's looking to cement herself and get more opportunities down the line.
Absolutely right about that. Definitely a lot on the line for both competitors. And we think about even the experience edge definitely goes to Laynie Luck, who's been competing longer than Cosmic, who just recently made her pro wrestling debut just last year.
And impressive how far Cosmic has gotten in a short period of time, and likely due to shortcuts like that one.
Wow, Laney certainly bounced right back up. Not pleased with, that
little jawing going on.
Whoa.
Oh, Laney able to stuff that takedown attempt.
And tripped up as Cosmic, but able to roll through. Wow, Laney capitalizing with that gator roll.
And Laney's done a ton of training here in the Chicago area, both with freelance and with Mustafa Ali from the WWE, a Chicago native as well. And you can see the leaps and bounds that Laynie Luck has grown by inside the ring over the last couple of years.
Jaw jacked is Cosmic. Now Laney utilizing that lucha background. Arm drag sends Cosmic flying, and Cosmic maybe wisely taking a moment outside the ring to gather herself.
And that's a smart move by Cosmic. You don't have things going your way. Your opponent's got all the momentum. What do? Drop down to the floor, take your time, catch your breath, put a stop to that momentum, and see if you've got something up your sleeve to counter what Laney's been bringing to the table here so far. Laney getting a little frustrated though, and bam, right on cue.
Hung up right over the ropes is Laynie Luck, and Cosmic really attacking the spine. Now looking to roll in.
And I think it shows you just how much Cosmic already had gotten under the skin of Laynie Luck, because that's not something I'd expect to see Laney fall for this early in a matchup. But Cosmic clearly irritated Laney, wanted to get her hands on her right there, and the ropes were used to Cosmic's advantage, but Laney firing back.
Well, Laney has so much on the line, looking to keep proving herself in women's wrestling army. Bouncing back from recent losses and trying to maybe harness some of the good vibes from the crowd here in Chicago, but...
And Cosmic trying to take some of that success she's had on the East Coast, bring it here to Women's Wrestling Army and see if it translates. We're going to see this young woman as part of the ECWA Women's Super 8 in August. And that's a prestigious tournament. It's been won by the likes of Deonna Purrazzo, Wendy Chu, Kelly Kincaid. Laynie Luck trying to pick up a win here right now.
Oh, wow!
Submission predicament.
All the way wrenching back is Laynie Luck.
Oh, that STF is locked.
Cosmic has nowhere to go.
Oh, but the eyes. Desperation, but had to do it. Went to the eyes, or Laynie Luck was going to pick up the win right there.
And that is a survival instinct if ever we see one, Lenny. May not be the most honest, but at the end of the day, a win is a win, and Cosmic saved herself from falling victim to Laynie Luck in that moment.
And, it's a big deal to get a win in your debut in any company. You only get one chance to make a first impression, and to pick up a win against somebody who's been here over the last couple of months, like Laynie Luck, is a huge deal.
Absolutely right about that, and looking now with that rear waist lock. But Laynie Luck so wisely gripping onto the rope and may have taken another battering to the spine for her trouble.
We talk about women looking to make an impression, looking to pick up a win. Our main event later on tonight, Gia Scott against Janai Kai, two women who definitely want to stay on and get on the winning track here in our main event.
Definitely two more hard hitters like we are seeing in the ring right now.
Definitely looking forward to that one, but right now it's Laynie Luck putting on the brakes, only to get a boot to the midsection.
Coming off the ropes, all that momentum, able to duck, but swinging the power slam. Cosmic hooks the leg for the win. Not quite. Laynie Luck is still alive.
Showing that heart that gets these people here on her side every time she comes through the curtain, digging down deep to get the shoulder up after a picture-perfect power slam by Cosmic. And Cosmic may be becoming a lot of people's favorite here tonight. Says she's your favorite.
Your favorite, collective you, your favorite.
Is that like the paper we?
Exactly, yeah. Now, Laney rolling out of harm's way. Get that back elbow straight to the nose of Cosmic.
Yeah, that's that experience edge on display right there. Laney able to create some distance, got some separation, and then got the elbow up when Cosmic charged the corner, and then hit the big clothesline to buy herself some time.
Now, Laney, full head of steam with the uppercut. The party is almost over. Now, hook to the leg, Laynie Luck for the win. Cosmic kicks it.
Had the back press, all the weight across the chest, but Cosmic digging down. There's two women that understand how important it is to pick up a win here tonight.
Slowly making their way back to their feet, have thrown so much at one another. Cosmic able to escape off the shoulders, and now back and forth jockeying for position with now strikes flying, sending Laney into the corner. Laney with whip, but now up on the shoulder of Cosmic.
Cosmic had it scouted.
Could that be the Starfall driver?
Oh!
Laynie Luck kicks out.
Now this crowd continuing to urge Laney on here, but Cosmic less than half a count away from picking up the win here in her WWA debut.
Echoing thud off the chest of Laynie Luck. She's now trying to get some distance between herself and Cosmic. Laney up on that top rope, gets the boot up. And now the party is over. The unicutter from Laynie Luck. And that's it.
The winner of this match, Laynie Luck.
What a way for Laynie Luck to get on the winning side here at Women's Wrestling Army.
You know, hell of a debut for Cosmic. Battle Club Pro has got a lot to be proud of with this young woman. Definitely a bright future, but right now, it is party time with a two-turret party unicorn, Laynie Luck.
Are you gonna get too turnt now? Once you figure out what it means?
As soon as I figure that out, I promise.
Fair enough.
Hey guys, it's Alicia Edwards, and this is a special edition of What's the Dish with Lish with Amy Rose. Excuse me, the face? It's supposed to be fun? Oh, what? You don't enjoy, some fun? Oh, are you all business? What's the dish with Lish? It's supposed to be fun. What are you doing? Come on. What do I have to do? Do I have to, tickle you?
Oye, pero no me tocas. ¿Quién tú crees que tú eres? No vamos a hacer esto. Ya, me voy.
Ew. What the hell did she just say? Vámonos. Andele.
My first win here in WWA. Oh my God. I took two really big L's. But every loss is a lesson. And I turned those L's into a W tonight. And I told you, no green girl is gonna get a win over me. And now that this momentum has started, this ball is rolling. Can't wait to show you guys what I'm gonna do next.
The character of Gia Scott, it comes from something I've never been able to express as a kid. I was never able to be mean, to take the darker side. I always had to be the big sister, be the good friend, be a good daughter. I was never able to release the things that I would want to inside. My name is Gia Scott, and I am from Baltimore, Maryland. So some of that comes from maybe a hard life of being evicted with my family a couple times, or having to sleep in my mom's car with her, my brother and my stepfather, or living with my aunt and her 2 kids and my grandmother. So some of that comes from a hard life of where no one's gonna do it for you. You have to do it yourself.
This match is set for one fall, a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, competing out of Baltimore, Maryland, Gia Scott.
Gia Scott, the greatest damn woman. You talk about someone that has faced some hardships in life, who has come out on the other side and keeps proving just how strong of not only a competitor, but of a person that she is. It is Gia Scott. But here comes the kick demon, Janai Kai.
Her opponent, competing out of Washington, D.C., the kick demon, Janai Kai.
You talk about blue chip athletes, you talk about women where the sky is the limit. You're talking about Janai Kai. She has gotten so good so fast, and I'm excited to see just what is in store for this young woman down the line as she just gets better and better every time I've seen her.
Yeah, Janai Kai, certainly someone who is silent but absolutely deadly with some of those incredibly lethal strikes. I mean, what's in a name? The kick demon. We're sure to see some hard hitting here tonight. But a matchup with the more the power game of Gia Scott.
They say styles make fights, and that's what we're seeing here. We've got the strength and the power of Gia Scott against the technique and skill of Janai Kai. And Gia telling Janai to bring it on, power and elbow tie up rather aggressively. And it's Kai with the waist lock after the go behind.
But wrenching the wrist is Gia Scott. Janai Kai finding a way to roll through and able to shift things into her favor. These 2 competitors, we saw both competing in the ROH women's division. This is a first-time matchup between the 2.
Janai is someone who's been really getting out there on the independent scene across the country and has really improved every time that I've seen them. One of the fastest rising stars, as I mentioned, in independent wrestling, but you know, Gia's got something. She's got that just fiercely strong will and desire. She says, I'm mean and I'm nasty, and I fight for everything I've ever had.
Oh! Definitely we're seeing a lot of the fight in the greatest damn woman. But Janai Kai springs back to her feet.
Gia's a woman that says she realized at a very young age that nice girls don't get what they want. You gotta take it. But the thing about Janai Kai is those lethal feet can come at you from anywhere at any time, and it's very difficult to prepare for that kind of offense.
Absolutely right about that. Janai Kai will keep you on your feet because of how quick her feet are.
Continuing to control that arm, and just, even though Scott, a much larger competitor, Janai able to use that leverage to her advantage and just really take Gia anywhere she wants her to go.
Yeah, shifting into that suplex, and now winding up with a kick to the spine of Gia Scott. Oh, and a third, you heard that dull thud against the back. Janai Kai springing over her opponent. Oh, was looking for another kick. Gia had it scouted.
Yeah, went for the penalty kick.
Oh, look at that spine buster.
Drove Kai to the canvas for a near fall.
Absolutely shattering the spine of Kai on the mat. But Kai still fighting her way, but Gia planting her back down to the knees once more. Janai Kai, someone we saw in Women's Wrestling Army, challenging Holiday for the Mission Pro Championship recently. And now taking a spear to the midsection by Gia Scott.
And Janai is exactly where she does not want to be against Gia Scott, in the corners. And with Scott up close, Kai needs to create that distance, create some space, utilize that hand and foot speed.
Cover from Gia Scott.
Because anytime Gia has gotten in close on Kai, she's been able to dictate the match, able to use her physical strength to her advantage.
Definitely having the height, more of the power advantage over Janai Kai, but Janai Kai showing that those weaving maneuvers, now this flurry of offense from the Kick Demon.
And that's exactly what Janai needs to do. Stick move, create angles. Oh, went for the big kick.
Legs taken out right from underneath her.
And Kai grabbing at that left hamstring. Scott smartly going right after it. If you can take away the legs of Janai Kai, you take away so much of her offense.
Very wise strategy from Gia Scott, neutralizing the legs of the Kick Demon. I mean, you were exactly how you said. I mean, Gia Scott realized that nice girls don't always finish first. Sometimes you have to be nasty, you have to be mean. You have to prey upon what you know could pick you up a win.
And there's a difference between, taking an advantage of an opportunity and breaking a rule. Gia Scott didn't break any rules. She utilized the rope. She broke before the count of 5. She kind of, walked along the edge of the rules. Yeah, I'll give you that. But didn't break any rules and is using what may be an injury to Janai Kai to her advantage. Trying to put her away right here with this half crab.
Yeah, all of that pressure wrenching on the leg of Janai Kai, even going as far as the lower back. Janai Kai in a world of pain, but able to put some separation between herself and Scott. Didn't even need to opt for the ropes. Now off of the ropes and double boots, or feet, I should say. No boots on Janai Kai, and both competitors are down.
One boot, one foot.
There you go.
But 2 women down, to be sure. With that left leg of Janai Kai clearly causing her some discomfort. The question, though, is does Gia Scott have enough left in the tank to take advantage of it at this point in the matchup?
I love that even though they cannot yet make it to a completely vertical base, both of these competitors still fighting with all that they have.
Oh, what a right hand.
And now Kai returning fire. Just a sickening thud from Janai Kai. Another strike. Return from Gia Scott, back and forth. But now,
Scott with a flurry.
Now Kai off the ropes, able to duck the clothesline. A clothesline from Kai, and sweeping out the legs from underneath Gia Scott.
Oh, penalty kick!
Heavens! Gia Scott now finding herself in the corner on the receiving end of a big shot to the jaw.
Oh, and the black belt in Taekwondo is using those educated feet to her advantage, and Scott in big trouble here. Oh, man! Cover!
Cover from Kai, but Gia Scott kicking out, another part of our partnership with Battle Club Pro. Gia Scott here representing and sure enough, kicking out. And now Kai winding her way, putting that pressure on the neck and spine, but Gia getting to her feet. Kai bearing down, and Gia Scott throwing those elbows at Kai to put some distance between herself and her opponent. Oh my heavens!
Took Kai's head off.
And a DDT to the mat. Gia Scott with the cover, looking for victory at Women's Wrestling Army. No!
So close.
Looking to pick up a win here against Janai Kai. Kai up on the shoulders. Ooh. Another swift elbow. And the elbow driven straight to the chest of Scott. Kai with the cover.
And another kick out for Scott at 2. Both these women in the last couple of minutes very, very close to earning the victory here. Now it's Kai has got the back. Submission predicament here, Dragon Sleeper.
No. Gia Scott in a dangerous place, nowhere near the ropes, nowhere that she can get to in this moment. Can she shift the positioning?
Oh, trying to power her way out. She's gotten to her knees.
Greatest damn woman, certainly an impressive showing, but the legs almost buckling from underneath her. Is this it? Is this where it ends for Gia Scott in this matchup?
Again, continuing to fight, saying no. Kai just cranking down with everything she's got. Oh, snapmare, desperation. Counter right there by Scott.
That is certainly one way to do it, using her smarts with Gia Scott. Now Kai back up on the shoulders of the greatest damn woman.
It's the TKO. Is it enough? Cover!
Oh! Janai Kai with an emphatic kick out. But Gia Scott thought that that was the end.
Both these women have had to dig down here.
Now looking for the rod, the rain of diamonds. But Janai Kai had it scouted.
Oh, back heel trip.
Now that tornado kick from Janai Kai. The lights are out. No one's home. That's it.
Winning this match, Janai Kai!
A hell of a hard-fought win for Janai Kai over a tough Gia Scott.
I mean, Gia Scott proving why she is the greatest damn woman. Absolutely impressive here, but the kick demon stands tall. What a matchup.
My career in Women's Wrestling Army didn't start too hot. But it's not about how you start. It's how you finish. And the kick demon isn't finished yet.